always in the name of greatness, a greatness that's insatiable. Retreating back down the Thames to the heart of darkness, overwhelmed by the starkness of these rainy British days, by the steel and the glassiness of Canary Wharf, the capital of capital, where Thatcher began it all, where trickle down turned into look around and see instead the gated communities, the tales of two cities, where we forge broken ties out of speculation so that debt becomes the word that defines our nation. We've all taken part in a mass creation of a desperate, hungry credit generation where we borrow from the funds of our children's education. But the debt lies deeper. A debt that seeps out of something called national pride. We turn our backs on now and look to 1945, to our finest hour, to that sweet nostalgia, where we knew how important it was to have something to be proud of. And so you swallow the doublethink and remain suspended between past and present and time unended. But a prophecy is a prophecy, and a prophecy by its nature is fulfilled, and we can avoid another riot if what we're trying to build are real ties between each other and with the present, rather than looking back in time into other classes with resentment. Is this the land of heritage and history? Because it seems to me that this legacy is lost in a matrix of CCTV, because those Olympic rings are circling more than a stadium. They circle our skin and we stand in the shade of them, still told to keep calm and carry on as if someone's invading them. But I was told that the walls came down the year I was born, so why am I kept back by wire stretching 12 feet tall? A patchwork pattern stretches out in zones below, an assault course of grey punctured with danger of death by electric shock yellow. And I recognise that effect, don't you? Or let's just call it the Enclosure Act Mark II, where the common land is privatised and the territories are marked under threatening skies. The fences glimmer in the shadow of high-rise and the reflection shines back in our eyes as we retreat inside ourselves, as we learn to despise the strangers who press in on every side. Can't you see we're atomised? And all roads lead eventually, not to Rome but inevitably to the Westfield Stratford retail city. This globe of commerce, oh what a thing of beauty, to bypass completely the local community. You don't see the crumbling precinct. You can turn your eyes from poverty because here, old is old news and we specialise in novelty. And I've been there. It's so bright it hurts me. In its violent attempts to pull me into ecstasy, I can feel it pulsing from the people next to me, feel it spread, trying to alter my identity. But if you look at ecstasy, etymologically, it's about being beside yourself, outside yourself, to be for a moment someone other than yourself. And isn't that what's needed to create a legacy? To feel a sense of responsibility? To sympathise and empathise and criticise and recognise a place where we want to spend our lives?